Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's about to go down.
Changing around, you know what I mean?
It's the motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Rick Live, it seems like you're on fire tonight. Woo! Very good. This is a Tuesday night. Welcome to my dream machine. In the building, as you just seen, we have Rick Live! Woo, woo, woo. And
that was a really poor turnout for you there, Rick. Sorry about that. I was the only one clapping.
Rick Live in the building! All right, fair play. And a special guest tonight in the Shaneanigans bar. I've been smiling my head off for the last while, just on a catch up. One of my good friends. I don't even know if I've ever even said your whole name, but Matthew Pritchard in the Shaneanigans bar. Woo! Woo! 'Cause, 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 'cause We're going to be talking to Matt about loads of different scenarios, from Dirty Sanchez up until his new project, what's going on today. I am Shane Lynch. This is
Nathan Gerhold.
Welcome to my dream machine. Nate, what's coming up?
Right, loads of bits coming up through the show, and I've got to say straight off, Pritch, I'm so excited you're here as well. I've just been beaming the moment we said Pritch is coming on the show. This is the one for me. I'm very excited about this for the party afterwards.
Guys, Jordan Awards.
What we need you to do is, as always, hit the share button on your Facebook page. I think we've got some people coming in from different streams here, so maybe Instagram Live, etc. But if you can, hit the share button. We, as always, pick someone at random that has hit the share button, and our special guest will throw the basketball in. If they get it into the hoop, that person will win. Normally 100 quid.
Yeah.
But it's been a rollover. It is up to 300 quid. So Pritch will throw that a bit later on. If
the
that goes
B-ball challenge. Pritch, can you shoot a hoop? You're not so sure?
It's for 300
yeah,
quid.
I'm not a basketball player. I'll try.
Yeah, that's all right.
If he misses, we will then pick another person at random, and we'll do that 3 times. If not, it'll go through to a rollover. But someone could be winning 300 quid, as well as a whole host of other things that we've got for you today.
And hopefully it will roll over, because, you know, the bigger the prize, the bigger the... Yeah, that's it. It's coming up to Christmas. So
yeah,
do your best to not get it in tonight, Pritch. Let it roll over. And obviously, if you don't get it in tonight, it doesn't cost me any money. So that's better. Motor news. Let's go straight in with motor news. Nate, what have you got for me?
I have a car for you.
You do?
You are going to
I always like when you have a car for me.
Okay. This is called a Naran hypercar.
Right.
Right. The reason I like this, the reason you'll like it is it's 5-litre twin turbo.
This looks
V8, 1,050 horsepower down there. So they're the kind of numbers that you're going to like, right? V8. Twin turbo.
Yes, Rick Live.
This thing will do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 2.1 seconds.
Wow.
It'll do 0 to 200 in 16 seconds.
Is it a 4-wheel drive?
It's a 4-wheel drive, but it's one of the only cars, there's only a couple out in the market, you can switch to fully rear-wheel drive if you want. Click of a button, that'll be rear-wheel drive. But it's 4-seater.
I agree.
So to get that kind of power, to get that kind of speed, but it's a 4-seater. So I can see you justifying this with the wife and kids. This is a car.
Sounding good.
But here's the hard part to justify.
But.
It's 850 grand starting price.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of dough, right?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
What else can you get for that kind of money? Okay.
A house, a car, a holiday, all of the above.
I was thinking vehicles, you know what I mean? Okay.
An island.
That's an island. Yeah, that's a heavy price tag. Is it worth it? I don't know, but you know, I wouldn't mind a test drive.
It's their first, so it's UK made, and it's their
It's
first.
British made?
Yeah, it's British made.
Okay. Okay, come on, Rick. What do you got for British made? Give me something better than that. Woo! All right, Rick Live. That's right. Hey, you're on fire tonight, Rick Live. Whew, not catching you off guard.
Now I'm going to throw an absolute curveball at you.
Right.
So, the world's fastest shed. This is the sort of crazy thing I could see you driving, Pritch. The world's fastest shed. We'll bring that up. Let's bring up a video of this thing.
Pritch, I'm not sure if you agree with that. You're a bit like, what?
I could see you doing something crazy live and like just driving one of these. Now this thing, they did 101 miles an hour in it. It's basically an Audi RS4 underneath it. Now the guy's name is Kevin Nix. He's going to be joining us next week.
Okay.
He's got, I think he's going to drop a little plan of what he's going to build next year, or is coming out very soon that he's going to try and break a world record. Now I'll keep that quiet and let him tell us about that.
I've got a small discrepancy when I'm just looking at that VT there. And have you ever tried to bring a big vehicle through a McDonald's drive-thru? Now he reckoned he did it in a shed. I don't know. Now the roller, I've tried to do it before, and oh my God, it's the most sketchiest thing ever. You try to bring a van through the curbs are narrow, the turns are tight. You got to be a driver. You got to be an actual driver to go and get a takeaway from McDonald's, I think. So if he took the shed through there, I'd like to know what McDonald's that is.
We'll ask him about this.
We will ask him about this next week for sure.
But this thing is 455 horsepower, but it does show you, if you can only get 101 out of it, it does show you how much aerodynamics plays into a car. That thing has literally the aerodynamics of a garden shed.
Or a brick.
So, 450 horsepower.
Or a G-Wagon.
Yeah, a G-Wagon.
Similar kind of dynamics.
Listen, your G-Wagon, I know that it will do well over 100 miles an hour. I know that.
That's why they have to put like a bi-turbo 6 whatever litre in just to get the thing to move through the air. Just to cut through the air, you know what I mean?
It's my favourite thing. I like it a lot. Thanks for lending it to me. Yeah, so that thing is right, aerodynamics. It was just, but that guy's going to be with us. He's a local fella, or localish. He's Oxfordshire, so he's going to come up and he's going to tell us a little bit.
In the shed? We don't know.
I think he's bringing the shed. I thought he meant, does he live in the shed?
He lives in the shed. Could you see it? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that'd be great.
We need to build a bigger studio.
I tell you what I want is for us to go out in the shed.
Oh, yeah?
Let's do something in the shed. Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
no.
Listen, guys, do you know what? On that note, send in some ideas that you think myself and Shannon should get up to in the shed. If we've got the shed for the day, can we do something? Or send in what you think Shane should do in the shed, actually. I want a day off. It's, right.
Have we got any Q&A coming in? Have we got any questions? What have we got?
We've got no questions, so keep hitting your questions in at the moment. So I got, well...
Don't forget Pritchard is in the building. Matthew Pritchard in the building tonight! Rick Live, what do you got? I came for you, Rick Live. Man, I came for you. Woo! Send us in your questions for good old Pritchard. We're going to have the Nathan and Shaneanigans bar in a bit.
Talking of questions, there is something that we were discussing as well, that we know a lot of questions come in and we don't always get the chance to answer them all on the show. So we
actually keep forgetting to say we have a little Q&A. And then we give Rob a real hard time for not firing us over some questions. Yeah. And he reckons that they just don't come in. I reckon he just doesn't want to actually do any work.
He's in there asleep.
He's in there. Rob, you sleeping? Hey man, you got any questions? Rob, how about you send us a question yourself, Rob, if nothing's coming in?
That's it. Right? Send us in. Little Robbie Preston, wake up. It's but we are going to try and do something, stick something together for one of the lives where we are just going to jump on and answer all those questions. We really appreciate all your support. So do keep sending those questions and we will get to them eventually, we promise. Oh,
5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That means you got 5 minutes left to get whatever prizes are out tonight. 5 minutes left for those. Just before we jump into those prizes, actually, yeah, go for it now.
Shall I tell you what those prizes are first? Okay, those prizes tonight we will be giving we're picking the winner for, sorry. £1,000 cash. So a grand in the hand.
Grand in the hand. Good
Someone will win a grand. Someone will win some AirPods, a Nintendo Switch, a GoPro Hero 9, MacBook Pro and an Xbox Series X, which are like hen's teeth to get hold of. No one can get Xboxes and PlayStations at the moment, but we at My Dream Machine have got your back.
I don't know, how are you boys even finding these prizes? Because nobody can get them. Who wants to claim that one? Anyone claiming? Hands in the air, you the claimant? The man that finds anything behind the cameras.
Anything, I do want to point out the elephant in the room here. I decided to order us a Christmas tree for the studio. It looked a lot bigger in the pictures.
Merry Christmas, though. Merry Christmas. This is our first kind of Christmas show, I guess, rolling up to the actual, well, on the 22nd, which is our last one before Christmas. But I think we should probably get a bigger Christmas tree for next week.
Yeah,
as nice as this is, and as lovely that is, I think we need to, outdo this one somehow. Not that difficult, I don't think.
Tomorrow night, what are we doing tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, okay. Bagsy Boy UK is usually tuned in. Bagsy is one of our good friends for many, many years. He's got his own live. We had him on the show, 3 weeks ago? Bagsy was on our show talking about a Navara build, which is a pickup truck, but he's making it into a GTR, which is a super trick, super fast, super everything. So he does a live every Wednesday. Matt, when does he go live?
Second Wednesday of the month.
Second Wednesday of every month to talk about the build with him and his team and his crew and SB Motorsport. So me and Nathan are guests on his show tomorrow night. So definitely flip on over to Bagsy Boy UK on Facebook Live at 7:30.
He's so handsome, what's his name?
7:30.
Also, now is a good time. If you guys have been tuning in since the start of we've been doing these shows, now would be a good time to point out, I'm not there. I'm not interested in any of Bagsy's cars. This is pure payback for the grief that Bagsy has given me every time I've been on here and the things he's sending me through and then came on. This is pure payback for me, so I can't wait to go on this.
What have we got coming up next week for prizes?
Right, next week we have a PlayStation 5. We have, again, £1,000 cash, grand in hand.
Grand in hand.
VR headset, one of my favourites.
Your
love
absolute
that thing.
favourite.
Great for watching stuff on. We got an iPhone 12, and of course we have a car next week.
So the Civic Type R, we got 1 week left on that Civic Type R, and tickets.
Right, so this is with the Civic. Now we have less than 2 hours, so 9 o'clock this evening. The offer of buy 2 tickets, get 1 free will end. So that is on the Honda Civic. Buy 2 tickets, get 1 free, ends at 9 o'clock. So jump on, take advantage of that. The car will then draw the car at next week's show, which is the 15th, I think, 15th.
What date is next week?
Next Tuesdays.
15th?
Yeah.
15th,
We'll
next Tuesday, 7 o'clock.
We also, on there is Shane's Roller, is also still available to get tickets from. So I tell you what we'll do is we're going to throw to a little VT now. We'll head over to the Shaneanigans section and tie up with our special guest, Mr. Matt Pritchard.
Matthew Pritchard!
So let's throw the VT and we'll see you in the Shaneanigans section.
Matthew Pritchard. I can't believe I've never actually probably said your full name. I know you as Pritch for the last 10 years, I reckon. How long, when was that first gumball?
I was talking about that earlier. It was the one where we went to
Monaco
for the
Istanbul.
Grand Prix. Istanbul, yeah.
So I don't know what year that was. Anyone know what year that was? We'll find out what year that was. It's about, let's call it 10 years.
Everyone's like that.
Oh, I should know what year that was.
I mean, I've got some good memories of that. Well, or slightly no memories.
Brilliant memories of that, actually. And I think, you know what, when you meet up and all these car rallies that we do, from cannon runs to gumballs, I mean, like, when you meet boys who are just absolute, you're a proper rock star, right? So you're an actual rock star, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a pop star, and then you meet a rock star. And the crack you'd have, like, do you know what I mean? The absolute crack. And I think some of my best memories, and as we were talking in earlier next door, I mean, the madness in terms of from the driving to the cars and the beauty stuff that was on there to the parties, like, you're basically rushing from one country to another just to get to the party. That's pretty much how it goes. That's what any of them car rallies are.
The long days, long nights as well.
Long days, long nights.
Very little sleep.
Very little sleep. And I think for one of those kind of...
if none at all.
If none at all.
Sounds like tonight.
And you know what? But I think bringing back into those bigger week events, I can't do them anymore. So I like to stick to the UK. I like to stick to the kind of crusades. I like to stick to the cannon runs. And I think our last stuff that we used to do together was in Ireland. But even they were a bit too long. The Cannonball.
That was
Cannonball Ireland.
Intense few days. That was only 3 days, but that was
it feels like a week.
I don't think I slept for the whole 3 days. But
so you know what? We have some great history. Yeah. Great history. Yeah. Rick Live, Matthew Pritchard in the building. Woo! Go ahead. Any reason why you choose this song? This is your jam.
Yeah, Motorhead.
Also,
can you swear? Can you swear on this?
Yes. We tend not to.
All right. As long as you tell me now, right?
You can say
I really like it.
Is your dog named after Lemmy? This Lemmy?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. If I had another dog, it'd be called after Freddie.
That's very
Queen.
cool.
Yeah.
I know Freddie is, of course.
Yeah, the legend.
Rich, I don't know where to start with asking you some questions. We've got some coming in here, but you have done, you've got such a vast sort of body of work, from Dirty Sanchez to Dirty Vegan to doing the rowing and everything. What I do want to do is play a little VT here so you guys can see Pritch in action doing some just like a very small snippet of what this guy gets up to.
Hey girls, where have you been? What's been happening? Went to sleep, had a jellyfish on my t-shirt.
Get off your skateboard, you're not allowed to skate in here.
Do you understand it now?
No, I still have no idea.
Even the cows love it. Here's my knives. Here's me. Let's start cooking.
Oi! That's our Pritch for you.
I just like the guys in the editing room just going, where do we start with this? Tell you where I want to start on it, though, was the rowing at the end. Is this true? You're rowing the Atlantic, is that right?
Yeah, rowing from Lanzarote to Antigua, which is 3,200 miles. Hopefully, weather depending, we leave Lanzarote on the 25th of January. And it could take anything between...
Did you say January?
Yeah, next
It's going to be freezing.
No way.
No, but it's because it's the southern hemisphere. It's warm. Okay. It's warm.
Says there's my geography.
But that's like...
I mean, I've never rowed before. I mean, a rowing boat in a lake or something. But I got asked a few years ago to do it, and it generally does scare me.
How many?
And I just said no. It's four in the boat.
Up. Okay, so 2 on every time and 2 off.
It's 2 hours on, 2 hours off.
Right.
So
all 4 rowing at once?
No, 2 rowing.
Yeah.
And then 2 eating, because you're burning 8,000 calories.
Wow.
So you need to eat, and then you sleep, as much you can, and then you get back on, and that's 24/7 for anything from between 40 to 55 days.
Are you serious? Oh, Pritch.
And if a storm comes, you've all got to batten down the hatches, because those boats are designed to roll and not sink.
All right.
So I could be in a room which is smaller than a double bed, with 3 dudes, just
around.
anything up to 2 or 3 days until the
Playing
storm passes,
rollover.
sweating and just
Wow.
Yeah,
it's going to get intimate.
Is there a way that we can?
What'd you go for? Intimacy.
I mean,
Intimacy. Woo. Damn.
Is there a way we can like keep track of the progress? Would this be online all the time, or is there something we can?
yeah, I mean, the boats have got Wi-Fi on them now, and we've got satellite phones. There's 11 ways of calling for help.
Wow.
And
How?
well,
That's one.
somebody fucking sent me the world's loudest whistle. I thought, well, that's in the middle of the Atlantic. I'm only going to call a local albatross. But actually, here's a good fact. When I'm in the middle of the Atlantic, the closest person to us are the people on the space station.
No way.
Yeah, so you're literally just on your own.
So good luck with that whistle.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow, that's
Tim
insane.
P, can you hear me?
Fair play to you doing that though.
But I suppose when you look at your career, and as Nathan said, the vast span of everything you've done nothing but push yourself to the absolute extreme in everything you do. Like everything you do, I watch you on your Instagram stuff, and you're just a different level of guy. You're built with a different heart than most men. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you go from I'm going to try this to achieving it. Was it last year, the year before? You did how many miles did you do on the run?
I did a Decker Ironman.
Yeah, that's right.
10 Ironman in 10 days.
What? 10 Ironman in 10
But
days.
there was 2 different disciplines. There's one a day for 10 days, or there's the continuous. So I did the continuous, which is 24-mile swim in a 25-meter pool, and that was 1,500 lengths.
Wow.
And then get out there, and it was a 1,120-mile bike ride and a 262-mile run.
Do you know what? Just listening to you makes me realise what a lazy dick I am. Is Dick not swearing?
Yes.
Is Dick swearing?
No, Git. Let's call you a Git.
What a lazy guy.
P45.
that guy.
I don't know what the rules are. But I've never worked. It makes me just feel so lazy.
What a lazy bar steward.
I'll take that.
You said a bar steward. We're at the bar. This is
I still think
Shaneanigans
that one's
bar.
actually
You're
for
a
debate
bar
whether that's a
steward.
swear word or not. I can see some really evil eyes coming from Mark over there.
Oh, somebody's going to get fined or something.
I think you and I are getting the sack now, Rick, live.
No, just you.
And next year you have coming up your what you see? We've got your out in the
Kenya,
the Himalayas, and
Yeah, we got doing a trip in Kenya for a group of people where we're doing it's like an adventure try.
Right.
So we're going to climb Africa's second highest mountain, which is Mount Kenya.
Okay.
So it's a hike, I think it's a 5-day hike, and then we go and do a mountain bike ride for 100 k's, and we do whitewater rafting, and it's all we be camping out with all the wildlife and the lions, the rhino, the buffaloes, everything. And then at the end of it, I'll cook a vegan barbecue, and we all have a few beers around the fire, and go home.
And let's talk about the Dirty Vegan. Let's talk about the Dirty Vegan. I got your book there. It was about 2 years ago. Is it out now? About 2 years. You signed me up a little book saying "Bio to Shane, bio," and I've tried quite a few. And actually, I'm not a vegan. I'm a meat guy. But you've had amazing success with that. One of the clips we've seen earlier there was you obviously cooking up your storm and yeah. So and I think that's the point. Like, no matter what you do it in a full blast. Like, you know.
It's funny you say that because obviously I'm a massive Dirty Sanchez fan, right? But there were some guys and people have been messaging me that are just hardcore Dirty Vegan fans that are just blown away that you're coming on that side of it, which I'd never followed. That not being vegan, like you say, doing meat, because I can't understand if you don't eat meat, you can't man can't survive on chips alone.
I think that's the point, isn't it?
It's amazing how you're successful in each area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite well. At the end of the day, if you're going to do something, do it properly. There's no point tickling the sides.
Yeah.
You're either in or you're not.
Yeah.
So
no, it's a great book. Great
dive
recipes.
into the deep end and
Which
learn how to
goes with
swim.
what you're saying. You're 100% committed to everything you do. Look at the rowing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and do 3,500 miles. That's commitment right there. Can we get to Dirty Sanchez as well?
Well, we actually just released a documentary, not documentary. It's just the story of Sanchez. The 4 of us got together with Matt Stocks, who does the podcast and stuff. We went into my tattoo barbershop in Cardiff, and we just
Sleep When You're Dead, right?
Sleep When You're
I
Dead.
love the name of that.
So we sat round the table because obviously COVID, we were going to do live shows.
Yeah.
COVID ruined it, but then was quite good in a way because a lot of people around the world wanted to see and hear the story. So we've put a digital download which went live yesterday on dirtysanchez.co.uk, and it just tells, it's part 1 and it's part 2, so it just tells the story of everything we got up to in the past. And it was great to hang out with the guys again and just share our stories.
Does it still get messy?
We watched the footage and I was like,
it was funny.
Sorry.
Hey, I'll tell you what's happened right there.
Apologies. I feel like I'm on the BBC.
It's just taking the onus off what I said, though, isn't it?
I can't get in trouble anymore.
In fairness, when it comes to swearing and stuff like that, we don't actually have any rules. We just decided that we'd have a non-alcohol bar and no swearing. But that's changing real fast. Yeah. Okay? That's changing. Let's go down. That's no problem. We don't have to apologise.
Yeah, I mean, so looking back at the footage, you just go, oh man,
did
we really do that? But it's the best job ever. I mean,
I've got
so much fun.
We have a little clip. Let's throw to that clip as we're talking about. I pulled it off your Instagram earlier.
Do you remember the you used to do on tour? Enemas. That's more like it.
I genuinely do not recall in my own suitcase.
I love it. That's it. Nice. So how can we watch that?
You can go on dirtysanchez.co.uk. You can rent it for a £5, you can buy it for a £10.
I'm in. I'm 100% in for that.
And then
awesome.
part 2 comes in January. So
amazing.
Oh, this is insane. Like, I am the biggest fan of it. And I've actually got some questions coming in. Pritch, we've got Jenny Parnell is asking, what is the worst stunt that you've ever done? At the end of this list.
I think being in Prague, I agreed to get shot up on point blank range with a bulletproof vest on, with a shotgun. And then, honestly, man, when you stand there and you see a gun like that in your face, and all I had on was just protective sunglasses. And I was just
they would have done a lot for you.
Man, the adrenaline was going through my body. It's just like, wow, any minute now, he's going to shoot me. And he just went, poof. I had a camera looking down at me to get the footage. It blew me. And one of the bullets went through my arm.
No way.
And it scarred all my chest. And then I got up and the cameraman went, you couldn't do that again, could you? I forgot to press record. I was like,
you're kidding.
The guy who shot me went, I'm not doing that again. And I went, I'm not doing it again either.
So did nobody have that footage?
They have, but from a distance.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I like the way that they give you protective glasses, which are about as much use as your whistle that they're going to give you in the Atlantic, right?
Oh my God.
That's mad.
It's probably a little bit.
I've actually got the whistle.
Have you?
Everyone behind cameras just gone deaf.
There is sound technicians crying over there through their hands.
Oh shit, sorry, he's got his... Sorry, man.
Listen, you guys can't see, they've got hands on the other side.
Let's cut into what we like to do in the Shaneanigans bar, is cut into some internet clips that are flying around, and we've changed this one. And Nathan, we gave Nathan this one the title a bit too early for his lovely language. This is called Lucky Bar Stewart. All right. So some geezer sitting on a bike somewhere in, I don't know, and it's sideways JC.
Mate,
oh!
Is that not the lesser of two evils right there? It was when that JCB's come from, lucky that G-Wagon. That G-Wagon saved his life.
So that's so. It looks like somewhere in India. And the only reason I'm taking that guess is because that looks like a G-Wagon. And the only reason I'm saying it looks like a G-Wagon because I know it's not. They build something very similar out there. I'll tell you what, next week's show, I will show you the differences.
Okay.
And the price differences. But I'll show you the difference of what they build. But one of the first times, me and Ronan seen one. We were out in Mumbai, maybe 2 years ago or maybe last year, and we were like, oh my God, there's some G-Wagons floating around, and then I realised they weren't. But we'll talk about it in Motor News next week.
Yeah, cool. All right, yeah.
But yeah, that's so a JCB. I don't know how he got it crossed up in that JCB, but man got it crossed up. It was about to get taken clean out with a front bucket. I mean, I don't know how much they weigh as a JCB. But that's one blessed guy. So that's one lucky bar.
He needed a whistle. He needed a whistle.
All right, this is what happens next. Pritch, we like to kind of, we don't show the guest the clip, we have a guess of what happens next.
Okay, so I chose this one, downhill cycling, because I know you do triathlons, right, Pritch? So I thought, okay, a bit of cycling. We kind of can see what's going to happen here. But when that stops...
Okay.
Now, what do you think happens?
Have you seen
I know exactly. Absolute pandemonium kicks off. And you think, one person came off and it just, everyone just went piling onto one another. It just went off.
Okay.
It's crazy.
My sister actually sent me this and was
really?
like, yeah, she sent me, guys, this has got to be for you, what happens next. So if you have any of those as well, people send them in, but it's, I've never seen anything like it. Like you say, pandemonium.
So they're on ice,
gnarly,
yeah?
man.
So it's downhill
hacking
ski
it,
slope.
They are.
Someone a little bit further up has a little moment,
Here we
and
go.
we are talking.
What do you even
Oof, here we go.
Oh,
And that's it. Now this just starts a chain of events.
Oh.
You cannot begin to imagine.
Oh! Oh my gosh.
Don't they look like ants?
Oh my gosh.
So
That's absolute carnage.
Listen, it gets worse and it gets worse. Look.
So what, does anyone know what this is or where it is? Like, what's the story?
It's called a snowy mosh pit.
What have we got for the snowy mosh pit, Rick Lyon? Ooh! Swag! And they keep on coming.
Oh, look at them. There's millions of them. They're like ants, right? And it just gets worse and they're just still falling and still falling and still falling.
That is madness. Wow. Right, from the snowy mosh pit to the very last clip we have in the Shaneanigans bar is the epic fail. Oh, back to the carton. You like a bit of carton?
I love this one.
Oops.
So this is a Le Mans start, right? They call that a Le Mans start. You run, and the guy tries to give him a little shove. He falls straight out the back, which I find nothing funnier.
Okay, fair enough. That is an epic fail. I think it's more of an epic fail, not even for the person to fall out of the cart, but the poor dude who got run over a few times before he got off the
I just
track.
like the way he's tipping on back. You just know what's going to happen. Oh no! And then that's my luck. That is someone catches it. On
Right,
video.
we've got 300 quid. We've got 300 quid on a rollover to take a shot on the b-ball.
Yes.
Are you ready to go for it? You're having a shot on the b-ball.
Before we do that,
Yeah?
Pritch, can we ask you one thing? Can you sign the tub? We have a pen up there. Will you sign the tub for us?
No problem.
And we will go. Guys, we're going to pick someone at random in the shed. I've got some names here. And so if Pritch gets it, we'll call one name. If Pritch gets it in, you win £300. If he misses, we'll call another person out. He's shooting for that. We'll do that 3 times. If we still don't get a person, it'll roll over for 400 quid next week. So, let's put... Where are we thinking? Shannon?
Good man yourself.
Here?
That's a little far, that one. It's a little far. We are on a 300 quid rollover.
I've just had Matt Pritchard telling us the whole time, if you're in, you're in. You're going big. So.
Grab a ball. Have you got the ball there?
Yeah.
Grab the ball and let's give it a go. Who are we playing for?
Right, let's have
Michael Jordan.
Michael Saunders. Michael Saunders. If Pritch gets this in, it's 300 quid for you.
Oh, is this 300 quid for Michael Saunders?
Yeah, if it goes in, otherwise we'll have another chance.
Come on, Saunders.
Okay, so we're going to do another.
Right,
We are going to do another. So we're going to pick another person now. That person will be Gemma Carson.
You got one more shot to go. Oh, 2 more to go.
Oh, 2.
So,
So Gemma Carson, if Pritch gets this in, 300 quid for you.
that's some new style you're coming with on the hand.
Unlucky, we got one more attempt. Joyce Williams. Joyce, if this goes in, you get 300
Come
quid
on,
from Pritch.
Joyce, this is for you, baby.
$300.
Unlucky.
We got
Sorry, I got a temper.
Guys, unfortunately, we didn't get a winner on
All
that
right. Ooh.
Unfortunately, we didn't get a winner. It's going to roll over next week, 400 quid. We're playing the same
400
games. Right. Should we go and pick
give
some
a-
winners for
let's
some
pick
prizes?
some winners. Matthew
I need this.
Pritchard. Thank you for the Shaneanigans bar. Good man yourself. Woo! Oh, that's it. I'm just going to turn the screen around so I can see it. Okay, and we're back in.
Dude, this is...
Right, the random number generator. So basically, you guys have been buying tickets, and we've been matching your names with the numbers, and we've got some prizes to give you away. So the first up, we have
£1,000.
grand in the hand. Are we going straight? Do you want to see how it's all working here? What have we got? Are we all working here?
Yeah,
So
test 93925.
We're on a test 98981. So basically, that is the random number generator. Click the button and it randomly picks the person. Now, we don't have any names attached to these numbers right now, simply because we're just having a little rehearsal. So when we wipe all the zeros, then we'll have the names attached to the tickets. So we're all zero. We're on minimum 1 and max of how many tickets do we have for this? We had 499 for the grand in the hand. Rick, what have we got?
And now for my next number.
All right. So
101.
101, like room 101. So do we have a name attached to 101 for the grand in the hand? We hope so. Any winners on the 101?
We got a winner.
We have a winner? 101.
Mark Boner. We got a winner. Mark Boner. 100,000.
Bonner. Mark Bonner.
£1,000, sorry.
Grand in the hand for Mark Bonner.
I'll be loving this right here.
Woo! Good man yourself. Well done, Mark Bonner. Grand in the hand coming your way. Nathan's on with tonight, I can see. Nathan's like, where'd you get them jeans, Nathan?
I hate these jeans.
Okay.
I'm going to have a word with the production crew, with the wardrobe department.
Okay, so straight in with the one. And one ticket to the max of the one. How many of this? 149. And what have we got coming up? What prize is it? AirPods. So the AirPods, the zeros. All right, let's hit that number generator.
We got
Rick live, and now.
And now for my next number.
Thank you.
Quite warm in here.
21. We have number 21.
We got number 21. Have we
21
got a
with
winner on that
AirPods.
one?
Who we got?
We
21.
have Richard Foster. Richard Foster has just won. This was the AirPods. Well, sorry, I wasn't paying much attention for the moment.
Clearly not.
Richard Foster, you have won yourself AirPods.
AirPods.
Y'all be loving this right here.
Well done, Richard. Good man yourself. We're flying through these tonight. Okay, next up. What have we got next up? Are we going to the Switch?
Yeah, we have Nintendo Switch.
And now for my next number.
Mark's calling from the back there. A little early on that one, Rick. A little early on that one.
And now for my next number.
And that's how you come back from that. That's what I like to see. All right. 245. Do we have a name attached to the number for 245?
Let's have a look.
Show them all. Do we have a name attached to the number 245? My dream is
We have a
changed.
winner. We have a winner. It's Tim Shaw. Tim Shaw, you have just won yourself a Nintendo Switch. Congratulations.
Y'all be loving this right here.
Nathan's definitely not paying attention tonight. It's Tam Shaw. So
It's Tam Shaw.
Yeah.
I'm so
I'd just like to say, at this point of the night, I just say to Nathan, really help me out here. I'm massively dyslexic. So to read names is kind of like, I stumble a lot on any kind of reading. So I'm clearly doing a better job than Nathan tonight. So thank you for no help whatsoever.
I've actually got the giggles so bad.
I'm sure next week you'll redeem yourself. Or hopefully at this next prize you'll redeem yourself.
Yeah, let me have another
Right,
go.
what have we got for next prize? The GoPro.
For my next number.
Woo! Are we on the zeros? We're on the zeros and the 199. The 199 coming up for this. Are we in?
We're 154.
154.
Let's have a look then.
Take your time on this one, Nate. Come up close to the screen.
154.
Do we have a name attached to the number for 154?
There is no winner for 154.
What?
Closest one there was Matthew Sinclair Thompson. You were just a couple of numbers out. So let's hit that random number generator again. And let's pick another winner.
Next number.
Thank you. We're back in. 154 was no.
Number 9.
Straight in on number 9. Straight to the top of the pile.
We don't have a number 9 either.
Well, this is wonderful.
The closest, Ben Clark. You were one number out. Unlucky to you, sir. Let's pick and now let's hit it again.
So plain and simply,
Next number.
when you don't have a name attached to a number, it's because that ticket wasn't bought.
89. We
89.
do have a winner. Is Carol Court. Carol Court, you have just won yourself.
Y'all be loving this right here.
What's Carol won? But that was
Well done, Carol Court.
I'm so behind today. I've got the giggles.
I know. I can clearly see that.
I'm really struggling here.
You can't. Do you know? And I tell you what it is. This is what happens when it comes to live TV and when you're messing around and stuff. So when you get something that's stuck in your mind, so clearly Nathan said something earlier and he thinks he's in lots of trouble and he's like, he just can't wipe that. If you ever watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, that's the first thing that any of the guys that tell you, say, right, if you get, no, not millionaire, because then you're gone if you get it wrong, I think. But any of those kind of quiz shows, they say, if you've got an answer wrong, try and wipe it from your mind and move on. Nathan hasn't done that. Nathan's just stuck back over in Shaneanigans bar with some bad language, okay? So let's move on.
I got this.
What have we got?
Myself. Let's go. What are we doing now? MacBook Pro.
Ooh.
So,
I wouldn't mind this myself.
it's a big prize to win just before Christmas. All of them have been awesome Christmas presents if you get it.
499. And now for my next number, what have we got? We got 350. So 350, 350. Do we have a hero for 350? Any name attached to the number?
35. We do not have.
We don't know.
No, unfortunately. So Tom Owen, you were the closest, just 2 numbers out. Unlucky. Let's hit that again.
Straight
Let's
on
take
in.
number.
Rick Live.
Now for my next number.
Thank you.
193.
193. Let us have a little say.
No.
No,
Ian Buckley and Tom Owen. Tom Owen again. Just 1 number out each there. Unlucky.
I think that was an even bigger disappointment. What have we got? Bigger disappointment, Rick Live. Like a really big. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, next number. Let's get in on it. Have we got it?
Are we
got it? You hitting the button?
And now for my next number.
Yeah.
225.
225. Mark Buckle. No.
No winner on number 225 either.
Sweeps he's waiting for his clear cue to hear. Now I'm not pushing any buttons until I hear. Now for my next number.
And now for
Woo! And again, let's go rolling.
I've got the giggles
248. 248. Come on a 248. Hey, 248.
Oh, we got 248. We've got someone. We have Daniel McKiernan. McKiernan. Congratulations, you've won yourself a MacBook Pro.
What's the name again?
Daniel McKiernan.
Are you sure?
I'm so bad at this job.
Are you sure? Okay. I think in a couple of weeks' time, Nathan won't be here presenting. We do have a stand-in, so we'll see how that goes and see how you guys at home like it.
Tag a presenter.
Right, on to the... Is this our last prize of the night?
It is. Xbox.
Okay, the Xbox, the big one of the night. We don't have a car on for tonight because that's rolling over onto next week's show, which is the 15th, which is the Honda Civic Type R. Right, let's get in. We have 499 tickets for this one. We're on the 0. Let's see what we got. And
now for my next number.
All right.
Okay.
449.
449.
449.
Okay.
Yep. Do we have a name attached to the number? 449. This is going to be yours.
No, we don't. 448 was the closest, which was Kelly Blackburn. 1 number out again.
Okay.
So let's. Rick Live.
Now for my next number.
He's good, this guy, isn't he? He's good.
209.
Right. 209. Are we in, yeah? Was that it? 209. What do we got for 209?
We do.
209, we have a winner.
Alan Smallridge, you have won yourself an Xbox Series X.
Y'all be loving this right here.
Well done. All right, that's all the prizes done. Next week, you're not here, Rick Live, are you? No. Rick Live's not here next week. Standing. Who's your boy? LJ. LJ's in the building next week. So listen, we're just going to say thank you for an awesome night. Matthew Pritchard! No, I'm not. Cheers, boys. Woo! That's the one. Big thank you very much to Pritchard for coming and joining us here on My Dream Machine. And that's it, right?
I think we're there. Like, thank God that's over. I was really struggling.
I think it's time for a beer for Nathan.
Yeah,
we'll see you on the 15th next week, Tuesday, 7 o'clock, same time. Rick Live, play us out.
Oh, yeah.
Bang, bang. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Make it pop. Brave heart.
Massive thank you to you guys at My Dream Machine for giving me the opportunity to win a free car.
just wasn't real until I had the keys in my hand.
Shout out to Dream Machine for the new car. See you later, guys.